on and fight back. No starting over again. We'll take it right back from the ones we're against. It's time to rise up, even though they left us for dead. This is our last stand. Take a chance now and draw a line in the sand. It's in our hands now. No living with regret. It's time to rise up, even though they left us for dead. This is our last stand. Treading what's right on my heels. Sweat on my skin, pins and needles. Forget it all right, can you feel that this is our time? Make it real, shout oh. They said we're lucky to have got this far, and that is not worth fighting for. The words are written on the wall. Come on and fight back. No starting over again. We'll take it right back from the ones we're against. It's time to rise up, even though they left us for dead. This is our last stand. Take a chance now and draw a line in the sand. It's in our hands now. No living with regret. It's time to rise up, even though they left us for dead. This is our last stand. They said we're lucky to have got this far, and that it's not worth fighting for. The words are written on the wall. Come on and fight back. No starting over again. We'll take it right back from the ones we're against. It's time to rise up, even though they left us for dead. This is our last stand. Take a chance now and draw a line in the sand. It's in our hands now. No living with regret. It's time to rise up, even though they left us for dead. This is our last stand. This is our last stand.
Welcome another edition of Slamdown podcast. Today it's, as you can see by the picture down this side, it's the Smackdown live review. So we're going to cover everything about the results and what it could lead to. Just to let everybody know, we are going to be doing, I don't know if it's going to be on Saturday or Sunday. I will be doing a live stream on Facebook, on our official Facebook page, talking about the predictions for Clash of Champions, covering that. And then on Monday, back on YouTube, we're going to be doing the review of Clash of Champions on Monday, probably about 10 o'clock after TNA review at 9. So, I forgot what I was going to say. I've just had one of those moments where my brain's just gone in complete mush. Don't know why I've had one of those moments, but I just have. You know when it's one of those days? And I'm just having one of them days. Right. Okay, right, let's... Right. I know, this is... People are watching this and thinking, what's going on, Ash? Right, let's get into the contract signing between Eliza Bliss and Becky Lynch. Now, I've always been worried about the women's division on Smackdown because with Raw taking Sasha Banks, Charlotte, and everything else, I thought Smackdown are just going to have the run of the litter, the ones that are not as good as the ones on Raw. But I'll admit I've been totally wrong about this. This has really surprised me how good the women's division on SmackDown actually is. Don't think it's as good as Raw's yet, but there's potential. Because normally I was ready to fast forward the women's matches, but to me they've been brilliant. So we had the contract signing between these two with Daniel Bryan there. It started as very sort of match slinging against each other. But Liza grabbed the contract, signed it, and then actually threw it at Becky and pushed the table over on top of Becky, which landed on her leg. And then Bliss got out of the ring. Becky stood up. And then turned back to Bryan, got the contract, signed it. So basically, No Mercy, we will see the SmackDown Women's Championship with Eliza Bliss and Becky Lynch. After that, we had the Usos against American Alpha. Now, American Alpha are probably one of my favourite teams on SmackDown at the minute. They are brilliant in NXT, and the way they've transitioned onto the main roster has been fantastic. I'm also liking the heel change with the Usos. With the Usos being face so long, it was good to have a change, and I think that's what we needed. We needed to see something different from them. It's like John Cena, you stay face all the time. Stay face all the time. People can get bored of you. So, as it was a good match, they did focus on Gable's injury as well, which I liked. And, with the Usos being heel, they stuck with the heelish moves. You didn't see them slip into doing good stuff. They stuck to the character extremely well, and they got the victory over the American Alpha with taking out Chad and leaving Jason on his own. Because Jason refused to tag in Chad because he could see Chad limping on the apron. But it was a good match. The Usos won the match, like I just said, and they're going to be taking on Heath Slater and Rhino at No Mercy. But you also saw the altercation between them backstage, where the Usos confronted Heath Slater and Rhino. It started off with Heath Slater going to Rhino. We get the fans chanting. We say right, we get them saying no. So right, no, basically, and so on. Then the Usos came in. It was a bit of a battle against each other with words. And then Rhino got in front of Heath Slater and the Usos backed off. See, I'd have liked to see a fight happen there, but that's just me. We had Baron Corbin taking on Apollo Crews, which I'm getting fed up with. It feels like they're burying Apollo Crews. Like I said, I think Apollo Crews is an amazing wrestler, and I think he should be pushed, not pushed back, is the polite term to put it, because it feels like he's being very pushed back, and I don't think it's going to work. He's come through an amazing run in NXT, and I don't like the way they're doing it at the minute. I know they're trying to put Baron Corbin on top, but I don't think Apollo Crews should suffer because of that. But then you also saw, because Jack Swagger was at ringside, you saw Jack Swagger stand up against Baron Corbin face to face, looking at each other, and Baron Corbin just walked away. So I think that would probably lead to a match them two against each other at No Mercy, probably. Alright, another thing that I've talked about so much time, and it bores the fucking shit out of me, The Miz and Dolph Ziggler. Again, I've criticised Raw for doing the 7 Series with Sheamus and Cesaro. But this is even fucking worse. For fuck's sake, SmackDown, get your act together. Yes, we know how you're trying to portray the Miz character, but to have this match going like this again? Jesus Christ, man. It pissed me off. You know, because he's, you know, apparently he's got a new contract with Smackdown. And where he said his new contract would be null and void if he didn't defend his title. Oh, no, for fuck's sake. And at the end of the day, The Miz won. He got the hairspray that was on the steps and sprayed Dolph Ziggler in the face and then got the pin on him. It was a good match. They did give it all their all, but it was just a bore because we've seen it so many times. We had Randy Orton versus Eric Rowan, which I thought on this match, especially with the other member of the Wright family being cleared to wrestle now, I thought he was going to turn up. But I was obviously wrong on that, and he didn't turn up. Randy Orton won. Bray Wyatt came out on the screen, claiming that this is the end of Orton and saying this is the last chapter of this ever-changing story. So that's I think that's building up for Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton at No Mercy. We had a tag team match in the women's division with Nikki Bella and Naomi, which I'm loving the way they play Naomi now, against Natalie and Carmella. Hang on, we'll take a bit of a drink. Where Carmella started off, people started cheering her. I mean, as you can see, they're trying to play her as the bad girl. But anyway, it was a good match. It was very hyped up. There was a vicious attack on Nikki by Carmella, which I think they're building up for a match against them two at some point. But the match ended with Nikki Bella and Naomi defeating Natalie and Carmella. Now the main event. It wasn't a terrible main event, but people who know I'm not a John Cena fan, I really, really don't like John Cena. But it was Dean Ambrose versus John Cena. They insulted insults to each other. Dean Ambrose hit John Cena with dirty deeds last week. So this is what led to this match. They went back and forth. The WWE Universe was up and pushing them, you know, enjoying them pushing them limits. But Dean Ambrose caught Cena sleeping with a roll-up and a pinfall victory. After the match, we saw AJ Styles seeing the opportunity, dashing to ringside, and got shots in on Cena and Ambrose before immediately beginning to celebrate his accomplishments. His celebration did not last long, as SmackDown Live General Manager Daniel Bryan announced that Ambrose still was owed his promise, a one-on-one match, which will happen next week on SmackDown. Styles then got a taste of next week when he was met with dirty deeds from Ambrose setting the stage. So next week we're going to see Dean Ambrose, AJ Styles, and I hope they're going to put AJ Styles over. The John Cena Dean Ambrose match. Dean Ambrose was good, but John Cena ruins it. It's simple as that to me. We saw a video package from Kurt Hawkins, so we're still waiting for him to debut, of course. There's been a lot of hype to that. I think that's everything about SmackDown. One thing I'm going to quickly cover. I know this is non-SmackDown related, but we've seen a teaser by TNA with someone in a suit, and everybody's noticed the tattoo. And everybody instantly knows it's Cody Rhodes. So obviously we're going to see tonight for people in America, and on Sunday for people in the UK, we're going to see Cody Rhodes in TNA, which I think is a good idea. We already know that his wife has signed to be in the women's division, so it'd be good to see what Cody's going to do. But I think that's everything for this. I don't think there's anything else I need to cover on that. We will be coming back on air on Sunday at some point, depending when I sort out the next guest. I'm in talks with a lot of wrestlers, but it's also on timing as well, because a lot of them do independent bookings as well, and stuff like that. So it's all depends everything on that, what that goes on. But this has been Slamdown. Thanks everybody watching. Don't forget, you can if you see this video on YouTube, you can always comment below, let us know what you thought of Smackdown, and we'll see you on Monday when we have the TNA review, and then after that the review of Clash of Champions.